It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Chargers and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll run for the first time with Joshua Kelly. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry is Kelly. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you've got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Gallup, 29 yards. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Second and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. But it only gets him to the 45.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
No pain, no gain.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A give. This is Kelly. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalid Kareem able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Herbert now. That's caught by Kelly. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid running there.
And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game.
Because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, Not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. A draw play for Mixon. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. This one hauled in by Sample. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Burrow now off the bootleg. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Able to push his way through. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And he's got his big tight end here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away, and the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
He's going to dump this one down to Kelly.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Keller, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
And the next-gen stats show us the top speed there, better than 18 miles an hour.
Herbert off of play action. And he's got Hurst as tight end.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Herbert on 1st down now. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Vince Beagle.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Complete to Kelly. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
operating from the red zone. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
7 yards to pick up there.
Herbert back to the air.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he's got it.
And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Kelly.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Kelly again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Joshua Kelly
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Lambo on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jerry Tillery just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Doug Costin
providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mixon takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield now, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's got this down to the 35.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and then keep the drive going.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The ball resting on. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. This is Mixon on the draw. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, 30 yards. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Such an art to dot the I. Just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Bengals grab it. The big fella. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more.
He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has one touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Herbert. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and abundant. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was trying to get that back to Allen. That'll bring up second down. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Herbert throwing again. Again, that's Hurst. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Come on!
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. That escapes the set, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball in space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. And Burrow going to throw again. Airing one out for Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. That's caught. Tyler Boyd, 51 yards. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Pretty good response. They had had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Herbert now. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. What a weekend it has been. This is the last of our 6 games in this wildcard round as we wrap up a very exciting 2 days of NFL football. But first, let's take a look back to yesterday's AFC Wildcard game. And it's the Indianapolis Colts who are moving on to the next round as they knock off the New England Patriots. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats for the Chargers in that first half. And our statisticians gone through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 30 on second down, Burrow looking deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Mixon, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. On 2nd and 9, Burrow got a man, and he hits him in stride. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. With plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Kelly. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got his man, it's Williams. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a 4-2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Big 13. Big 13.
On 3rd down, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Kelly. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Let's go.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down now, it's Kelly. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got Hurst as tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Herbert on first down now. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Kelly. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is recovered by the Chargers.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Now Herbert following the turnover. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught at the 8. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lambeau is good. So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a 1st down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now left side on the swing pass. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Herbert.
That's Gallup on the slant.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Colin Kareem
able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Doug Costin,
his 2nd sack of the night.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They're going to look to throw to Mixon on the check down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away, trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 30.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And that will come the offense as they take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
A give. This is Kelly. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Herbert.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return from score earlier in the game, and now this score.
McPherson on for the point after.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down. Burrow. And he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And a short gain here down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it to Mixon. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
That's our ball.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10.
Here's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now it's Burrow. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Again, that's Hurst.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. On the left side, Gallup's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. He's more coming. He's more where I came from.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Herbert to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now Herbert.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on fourth down because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jerry Tillery able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Burrow will throw. Open man is Uzama.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive turn momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the air again, Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Now, I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.